The Last Starkeeper. A legend of courage, loss, and the light that survives the end of all things. The girl in the dying sky. Her name was Liora, which meant the one who carries light. She lived in a village perched at the edge of the world, where mountains touched the stars and the wind sang like silver bells. Every night she climbed the cliffs to tend a crystal lantern, a relic said to hold the last breath of a fallen star. When it flickered, the heavens dimmed. When it burned bright, the constellations seemed to breathe again. Her father, the Last Starkeeper, had vanished years ago, leaving behind his mantle and a warning.
When the stars go silent, follow the light that falls.
Now the silence had begun. The stars no longer shimmered, they trembled, fading one by one into the void. Liora knew what it meant. The Eclipse Realm was awakening, the place where lost stars were devoured. She packed her lantern, wrapped herself in a cloak of woven starlight, and whispered to the empty sky.
"Farther, if you're out there. I'll bring the stars home."
And so began her journey. Part 1, the Valley of Shadows. The first step of her path led through the Valley of Shadows, where even light seemed afraid to linger. The air was thick, the ground soft with ash. Trees bent as if listening to some invisible voice. Liora's lantern glowed faintly, pushing back the gloom with trembling light. Each step echoed like a heartbeat. She followed an ancient trail marked by runes that shimmered when touched by the lantern's glow. Then movement. A creature emerged from the mist, a wolf made of smoke and embers, its eyes burning with twin stars. It circled her silently before lowering its head.
"You carry his light. You are the daughter of the Starkeeper."
Liora steadied herself.
"Do you know where he went?"
The wolf's form rippled, fragments of ash drifting from its fur.
"He entered the Eclipse Realm. None return from there."
She raised the lantern.
"Then I'll be the first."
The wolf studied her, then bowed.
"Then you'll need more than courage, little flame."
It leapt into her lantern, merging with the crystal in a burst of red light. When the glow faded, a symbol appeared, a burning sigil shaped like a star. From that moment on, the lantern no longer flickered. Part 2, the Sky Below. Liora climbed higher until the ground fell away entirely. Beyond the mountain's edge stretched the sea of clouds, a vast mirror reflecting the dying sky. Bridges of light connected drifting islands, each one holding remnants of the ancient world. Statues of forgotten gods, ruins of cities that had once touched the stars. She walked alone for days, guided only by the lantern's pulse. Sometimes she thought she heard her father's voice in the wind, whispering through the fog. Then came the rain, not of water, but of falling stars. Each one left a burning trail, striking the islands and shattering into silver dust. When the storm ended, she found something in the ashes, a shard of pure starlight still warm. As she held it, images flashed in her mind, her father kneeling before a vast black gate surrounded. She gasped. The shard was a memory, a piece of him, and in that vision she heard his voice clearly.
The stars die because we forget to dream. Keep dreaming, Liora, even in the dark.
Part 3, the Keeper of Time. Further north, beyond the storm, stood the Temple of Hours, an ancient observatory that turned with the stars. Its gears had stopped centuries ago, frozen when the heavens fell silent. Liora entered its heart, a vast hall filled with floating clocks and suspended water droplets that never fell. At its center stood an old man with eyes like polished glass, the Keeper of Time.
"Why have you come here, child of starlight?"
He asked.
"To reach the Eclipse Realm.
Liora said.
To reignite the sky."
The Keeper studied her lantern, now glowing with steady crimson.
"The gate lies beyond the line of silence, but you cannot reach it alone.
He said.
Time bends differently there. Without a bond, you'll fade."
He gestured to the largest clock, a celestial wheel frozen at midnight.
"Give up one of your days, and I will lend you a heartbeat strong enough to defy the void."
Liora hesitated, then placed her hand on the clock. Its hands turned once, and a spark of light left her chest, vanishing into its gears. The keeper smiled faintly.
Remember this. Stars burn because they know they will end. That is their courage.
As she left, the clocks began to tick again, one by one, until the temple was alive with sound. Part 4: The Eclipse Realm. Beyond the edge of time, the sky inverted. Light fell upward, darkness flowed downward. Liora stepped through a tear in the horizon, her lantern blazing with every color she had ever. She entered the Eclipse Realm, a place where light was swallowed and reborn. The ground was glass, the air a swirling sea of black fire. At its heart stood the Eclipse Gate, a massive ring of stone and starlight. Within it churned the void, swirling fragments of broken constellations, whispers of dreams, and there chained to the gate was her father. He looked older, his body half turned to light. When he saw her, he smiled, eyes shining like dawn.
Liora, you followed the light.
She ran to him, tears falling, but her hands passed through his form. He was no longer entirely human.
Why did you leave?
She cried.
To save the stars, but I became part of the eclipse. My light keeps it from consuming everything.
The gate began to tremble, the void within it stirring.
You can't stay. Take the flame and run,
He said urgently.
No. You taught me stars die when we forget to dream. So I'll dream for both of us.
She raised her lantern, and the wolf's spirit roared to life within it, breaking the chains of the gate. The eclipse screamed, 1,000 voices of forgotten light. Liora stepped forward into the void, holding the lantern high. Part 5: The Rebirth of Stars. Inside the darkness, everything was still. No sound, no wind, no form. Only the faint beat of her heart. Then she opened the lantern. A wave of light exploded outward, carrying her father's spirit, the wolf's fire, and all the memories of fallen stars. The darkness burned away like smoke in sunlight. For the first time in an age, they rose one by one, rekindled, filling the sky above both worlds. The eclipse gate shattered, scattering fragments that became new constellations. When the storm of light faded, only silence remained and the faint echo of a voice.
Liora, you kept dreaming.
Part 6: The Light That Remains. When the dawn came, the people of the world awoke to a sky brighter than any in living memory. New constellations shimmered, one shaped like a wolf, another like a lantern. At the edge of the mountains, a small flame burned where Liora had once stood. From it, a new lantern grew, gentle, eternal, whispering with the wind. The keepers of time said that when the stars tremble, you can still hear her voice.
Light is not what we see, it's what we carry through the dark.
And on clear nights, travelers claimed to see her silhouette among the constellations, walking beside a wolf made of fire, guarding the sky she once saved. The end.